So news first. Let's see. Let's start backwards because last night Cardigan got her collar stuck in her mouth for a while, and eventually one of the admins contacted me about it. And thank you so much for that. But it was not a big deal. She was fine. It was just, I'm sure, uncomfortable for her. She got some extra treats, and I tightened her collar a little bit before I put it back on. So she should probably be fine from here on out. Then what else was news in the last week? We brought Teaspoon to his vet, his doctor, for a checkup, and he's on some new meds. Again, no big deal. We're trying to adjust his meds so that he doesn't have to go into the emergency room and get fluid taken out of his chest on the regular. That's fluid buildup is kind of due to his heart condition. There was something else though that I just can't remember. I think something about these kids that I wanted to mention. Oh, I did bring in a sample of their ringworm, so we're going to get that. That is being tested, but they have to run a culture, which takes a while. They basically have to try to grow ringworm on a petri dish to see whether or not it's there at this point. Because if they just do the PCR test, it's going to be positive because there's dead ringworm around, and that would still test positive. What's exactly what we want to know is if it's all dead. So if we try to get it to grow, then we'll know. So that's pending. Could be a while. As soon as that's done, I'm going to start scheduling spays and neuters for everybody. We just wanted to wait until they didn't have ringworm. I think the doctor's fear would be that she'd be operating and they get ringworm on their insides, and that wouldn't be fun. Let's see. That's about all I got, I guess. So, this will be our second move since we started the live stream. We started in Illinois, and we moved to Connecticut when DJ got her residency, her medical residency after she finished med school. She came here to Greenwich Hospital. Now she did 3 years of residency, and then she signed up for another 3 years of fellowship to become a pulmonologist, and that is coming to an end right now. She's officially done in June, I think, the middle of the year anyway. She finishes her 3rd year of fellowship. And that's why we're almost certainly going to move. We are going to move because she's had the interview with the one hospital that would be local to us that was hiring, and they passed on her. They had somebody else in mind before they even interviewed her that they wanted to hire, and they just interviewed her. In fact, they told her that they had to hurry up the interview because this other guy wasn't going to wait around. So it was pretty much a foregone conclusion she wasn't going to get that job. And because she didn't get that job, it means the only jobs that she could get are going to be somewhere else. It's still a little bit up in the air where that somewhere will be, but as I mentioned last week, it's looking more likely than not that it's going to be Pennsylvania, which is another state that I really don't know anything about. I don't think I've ever been there. I had a consulting job once that took me all around the United States, so I might have spent like a day there once, but I don't really remember. It'll be a whole new thing if that's where we end up. I think at this point, anywhere that we end up would be a whole new thing. I think there's maybe a possibility Wisconsin. That's the only place that I know pretty well. So, but it's really looking like Pennsylvania is going to be it. We'll see. It's, don't count your chickens before they hatch. Now, last time we did the big move from Illinois, we set things up so that we had another foster take the kittens that we had at the time of the move and take the live stream too for a little while and stream from their home to give us continuity, which was fun to do. I don't think that I'm going to try to do that this time, although we'll see. It's a little bit far out and I haven't really made any decisions yet, but it was quite a bit to get that done, and Carrie, who did that, was really special and went way out of her way to make that happen. So probably not going to try to do that, but we'll keep a stream of some sort going as much as possible. Don't chew on that cord. That's not a toy.